New York was where the movement started, and yesterday demonstrators occupied Times Square instead of Wall Street as the protest against corporate greed and economic injustice went global. Organisers said at least 5,000 people marched through the streets, as they did in several other US cities. "We're the 99%, they shouted, claiming that while they suffer, the small minority profit at their expense. Demonstrators arrived in Times Square as the area was crowded with shoppers and tourists.
Those hands don't get moved.
Dozens of arrests were made, the majority for blocking the pavement. Protesters complained they had no choice as they were hemmed in. Among the protests in Europe, the atmosphere in Rome was decidedly less festive than in New York. Parts of the Italian capital turned into a battlefield. Amid the destruction, police used water cannon and tear gas. Reports said groups of hooded young men attacked police, who responded by charging at the crowds, causing panic among peaceful protesters. Some took refuge in the city's oldest church. Around 70 people were injured, at least 3 seriously. Organisers had planned speeches and to set up camp in a square. None of this took place. In Berlin, police moved in to clear protesters from in front of the parliament. By this stage, there were only a couple of hundred demonstrators left. Earlier, several thousand turned out peacefully, as they did in many other European cities. But the rallies were smaller than they have been at international summits in recent years.